Gents, tell me, what do y'all think about this?
I'm getting older. I feel like I understand polygamy more.
You got my attention now, don't you?
Like, I honestly, and obviously this is not the whole species of men, but I feel like most men are not created to be with one woman.
It means she gets it.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Now, before we get started, I gotta tell y'all this story real quick. I once joked with my girlfriend about moving to Utah and becoming polygamous. Now, we was on a road trip going through Utah, and we stopped at a Walmart, and all I saw were women in long dresses and bonnets. Not the kind in the hood. I'm talking about the kind you see on a tub of butter. Real Mormon vibes going on here. I looked my woman dead in the eyes. I'm talking about serious as I can be. And this is what I said to her. I'm about to move here and get me some wives with some long dresses and some flat asses.
Are you serious?
Needless to say, she wasn't amused by that joke.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
But that got me thinking, would sharing black men actually be a solution to the problems that we're seeing in the black community today? Today, we're gonna dive into that question, and what black women have to say on this issue may just surprise some of you all. We have a lot to discuss. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and with that being said, let's get started.
The reason why half the women mad, Neo got 3 women outwardly, openly, and they seem happy. They either had a man that had multiple and treated them well and decided to cut it off on principle, and they now doing worse off, or they wish they could obtain a man that can handle multiple women, but they not that type.
Like, some women can do it, obviously, be like, oh, I'll be with this nigga and then I'll be with that nigga. But for the most part, a man can really manage, I don't know how many, but 1 to 2 households and still be present in both households.
At some point, black women are going to start understanding, in order for every one of us to have a black man, we have to share. Most of us have shared, and we know it.
Listen, gents, this isn't 2010 anymore. The conversation on this is starting to change. I went down a complete rabbit hole of hearing how black women and men feel about this topic. More black women are starting to look at polygamy not as oppression, but as a strategy, especially in a world where they complain that the supply of good black men is at a shortage. Now, if we're gonna be real about it, a lot of black women are already sharing their men. They're already sharing men with other women. They just don't have honesty, choice, and community backing on it. And the truth is, cheating destroys trust. Polygamy, if it's done right, it actually builds structure. So what does this actually look like in real life?
My name is Raymond. These are my 3 girlfriends, Giselle, Tiffany, and Hammy. They call me daddy, but I have not brainwashed them.
We met in 2020. We met through mainly Twitch.
I would look forward to spending time online with them. The chemistry between all of us was just so natural. Like, it felt like they were supposed to be part of my life.
We're starting to flirt with each other and get closer, and we also started to kind of have conversations about being together and living with each other.
Around the end of 2021, we kind of made plans to move in together, and then we all basically agreed on February 22nd, 2022, we're all gonna be together.
Yo, when the nerdy brother can figure out how to get 3 women in today's world, they gotta be something to what he's doing. Some of y'all can't get nobody.
Don't laugh, it ain't funny.
Why is he able to do that? It's because he has a relationship that is built on communication, not games. This ain't about running wild. It's about responsible leadership, because only certain men with the right mindset, with the right abilities, can pull this off. And more men are stepping up to be able to lead multiple women with purpose.
It's this white point of view that came into how we do. The system was like, oh, look at polygamy, the men are us. Oh my God. And look how they just treat the women. To be honest with you, now I'm in my 40s. There is nothing wrong with polygamy. Essentially, polygamy made sure that everybody, all the women are sorted out. And it was open. Now we've got a situation where it's cheating and, oh, I'm so hurt. But these are all constructs, social constructs that came Nabelung, which he's cheating on you. Now it's like it's called cheating and it's a bad thing, and you know.
Cheating is a social construct.
Did God say that men and women must be married and sign papers? Just like how we breathe and how we need water, do we need marriage and papers? God is not going to strike you with lightning because you've married two people. So marriage is a social construct. We made it up.
And here you have women saying that it is just natural, that it just makes sense for this to be. We've been actually told that monogamy is normal. But you gotta ask yourself, who told us that? Our culture, remember, was taken, stolen from us, beaten out of us. So again, why is it wrong?
Situations where there's a wife and there's a side chick, to me is a very toxic situation. It would be better if we were to practice polygyny. More women would have husbands and there would be less competition, and women would live in sisterhood. They would love each other and care for each other and care for children. Children would have more mothers. Imagine that type of impact on our community.
It's a birthright of every black man in this world to have at least 2 wives. It's the culture of black people. Our history, our power is actually rooted in polygamy. Our forefathers, our grandfathers were all polygamists. Don't get it twisted. So all these black men are waking up.
Gents, it's time to talk about legacy right now. We are doing things the Western way, and we didn't always do things this way. Some of our cultures practice polygamy with dignity and with purpose. Well, until colonialism erased all of that.
Colonizers changed everything. I asked my mother about how her Kikuyu tribe loved. When did this culture of jealousy come into place in Kikuyu culture?
When I was a child, I saw it happening to the women. They are seducing other women.
Oh, you saw it?
Yes, I saw it. They could tell the wife, the husband, I have seen a nice girl there. It's really nice. I'll bring it to you. And then they could agree. And then the woman could go and seduce the girl. When the girl comes into the house, then the woman will pretend is going to fetch water or to cut some firewood to give them the space.
So
and they didn't have any problem. They were not jealous at all. But when I became around, I think 18 years old, the culture died because of Christianity. That's the time they were told one wife. Something went wrong with those who are adapting to other culture of Christianity. They forgot their own culture. And that's what I believe.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
And here you have this clip with this black mother telling her daughter how in her village that they practiced polygamy before it was stripped away from them. And it worked. So if it worked then, maybe it might work now. What's really stopping us?
It's monogamous women that hit me up all the time talking about they dealing with a married man. But they could never date a man that would deal with another woman on them.
Well, why not?
You have dealt with it and continue to do so.
As soon as we recognize that it's actually in our best interest to be polygynous as black women in America, 3Ks here right now, the sooner we can get together and create the type of standard for that type of man to deal with multiple women. Because right now, y'all just letting the shit go to anybody.
Because it's the truth. She knows it.
Now look, I am not on here saying that we need to go out and build this polygamous empire. I'm not even telling y'all I'm doing that. But as black people, we need to start thinking about solutions. And the more and more I started thinking about this polygamy topic, I realized that this is a solution that only makes sense. You have a generation of men who are evolving, and you have a bunch of women asking, where are all the good men at? And maybe, just maybe, this blueprint of love that we see going on in modern Western cultures that wasn't a part of our cultures, maybe it was wrong for us. And I'm going to tell you, it absolutely was. Listen, if you found this discussion helpful, I plan to make a part 2 very soon, but let me know that you enjoy this content down in the comments below and consider subscribing. And if you want to see another video where we go deeper into the talks about the black family, then this is the video you're going to see, because it is going to take this topic to the bottom of the ocean. You don't want to miss it.